April.
I'm Nick.
I'm Jennifer.
And we're the Davis family. Will you get me some juice, Will?
Here, I got it.
That one's good.
Yeah, I'll get it. I've been interested in plural relationships for almost, I'd say, close to 15 years, maybe. It was just a natural way to be. I don't know that I have the room to limit what it is that I bring to just one individual. I don't know if that's okay for me to do. The women that I'm with recognize that it's, in some sense, maybe proper.
I mean, Nick's a lot to handle, let's just say that. And
When you say Nick's a lot to handle, what do you mean?
in a lot of ways. Nick's a lot to handle in the bed. Nick's a lot to handle in general in his personality. It's nice to be able to have helping hands.
There was some hit and miss before I found the right chemistry, the right composition to make it actually last and work the way that this has successfully, so.
I met Nick in college, and we've been together now for about 14 years. I really didn't know anything about polygamy, really. It was just, this was the man that I loved and wanted to be with, and there's just gonna happen to be multiple of us women that are in love with him and wanna be with him and wanna be there to support him.
Jennifer, what do you want?
Water, please.
You got it.
This is my first polygamous relationship, and it's been 4.5, almost 5 years now. April introduced me to Nick with the potential of me being a sister wife at some point.
Jen and I actually became friends through working together. It just became evident to me that she was a great person, that there was a lot of high intellect in that big brain of hers, and I knew that Nick would find that attractive.
Pretty immediately, Nick made me feel like the most beautiful, the most courageous, the most fearless woman. And from there, I just knew that this was meant to be and I wouldn't want anything else.
It smells delicious.
It really
as
does.
always, here.
Since we weren't able to legally be married, all of us together, I am legally married to April. We changed our last names to match Nick's last names to show others how committed we are to this relationship.
Also, I think it just kind of prevents there being any misunderstanding about the importance of anyone. For example, if April and I were married to each other, then Jennifer may not feel as included in our relationship as she is. I think it just kind of evens the playing field.
Here, I'm gonna try one to see if I put enough stuff on it.
I'll burn your tongue.
I always taste too soon.
Oh, no good,
Last
no
one.
good.
You need to give me a new one.
Practicing a polygamous relationship is beneficial for lots of reasons. Simple things like there's not just two of us to cook dinner or two of us to clean the house.
I'm gonna do one more spritz of salt.
Okay. And just the day-to-day emotional support as well, like you would if you had a best friend to call on, but it's just in-house.
And her ass is perfect. That was right? No?
Oh, God.
Was that part of it?
No.
Oh, okay.
And so... Nick, do you want me to make your plate, baby?
Please. Thank you.
I can definitely say that I've been ostracized because of my lifestyle. It has not been totally accepted by all members of my family. I've been blocked on social media by certain members of my family when it was revealed the type of relationship that I'm in. And honestly, you know, I want to be happy, and this is what makes me happy, and, you know, sucks for them, honestly.
Thank you for this food, and thank you for what you do. Understanding how we move, helping us improve, and blessing our sisters too. In our names we pray, amen.
Amen. Thank you, this looks really good.
The current sleeping arrangements at home is that we all share one bed.
Morning. Just getting up here. Part of that is because of space. I mean, we have the smallest house ever right now. We had to work it out the way we worked out, and it ended up working out in a way that we prefer.
Not one of us spends a night without Nick because it's very special to be able to, you know, sleep next to the one you love, for sure.
I like to be snuggled up in the middle.
Yes, you do.
It's a nice spot for me. So it's okay.
I'll get the buns out here in like a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Are they
Warming up.
in the oven?
Mm-hmm.
Our schedule for sex is whenever I feel like it or whenever they feel like it. No,
Our schedule for sex is that there is no schedule for sex.
try to make sure everybody's taken care of.
You make sure we're
Yes.
all taken care of, Nicholas.
There's
So
never a time
there's not a
that
problem. In regard to intimacy, we always make sure that we're in a separate area of the house when Nick's doing his thing. Having one-on-one time with one of the ladies, make sure that they have that time to themselves.
We got parent-teacher conference next week.
So it'll be interesting to have all of us go to the new school.
Yeah.
Nick has been a part of my son William's life since he was 6 months old, and he has been a great father to him.
I love that boy.
I've never had to explain our relationship to William because it's always been something that's just been normal for him. And he's grown up with friends that are raised by their grandparents or raised by their aunts and uncles. He's been exposed to a lot of diversity, and so this is just another element of diversity as far as he's concerned. We'll play a game in a little bit, kiddo, if you want to go play for a little bit.
I am a stay-at-home dad. In our household, the women are the breadwinners. That's the way we run things here. That's the way we like it to be structured.
Nick is a trophy husband, if you will. We prefer it that way,
Right.
honestly. Like, I would go crazy if I was at the house all the time, and I pride myself on being a breadwinner, and Jenny's right there with me. I am a manager at an organization company. Jen is management in an IT company. Jen and I make more than enough money by ourselves. We don't need that. We don't want that.
Let me just say this right quick. If you look at a chessboard, the king doesn't really move much, because he just moves a square at a time. Meanwhile, the queen, she's all over the board, okay? The queen's got all the power. The king just kind of holds court. Now, please, continue.
No, all I wanted to say is the thing that Nick's able to do is to read and learn and decipher things that I would never be able to do.
I'm gonna get into the store here.
Okay.
So I was reading some stuff. I came across this concept. They call it particle wave duality, okay?
Yeah.
And it's this idea in quantum physics where every quantum entity or subatomic particle, they can be expressed in two different forms, okay? There's an aspect of it that's a particle, and then they can also be expressed as a wave.
The passion that he has for learning and growth and development and research, you know, it's definitely a passion that we
It's attractive.
that we share,
Very
you know. I love it. And I think that's the beautiful part about this relationship is just learning from each other.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things that I've learned from Nick and that I've learned from you that have really changed me into the woman that I'm growing into. And so, you know, thank you both so much.
I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm just so thankful that I'm able to have a thinker at home that all he does is read and think and tell me about all the things that he's been able to research and what that means. How that applies to us here and how that makes it to where we don't have to be stressed in our life like everyone around us. I don't walk around with anxiety or hurt or any of those things. And if I didn't have Nick in my life, I probably would. Not everyone in the world has a Nick. And I'm just thankful that I do.
Me too.
I could say the same thing about having you come along. There's things that I had to learn about myself that you were like the perfect mirror for me to have to look in order for me to be able to learn it.
And we're all doing that with each other, you know, to show ourselves the aspects and elements that are difficult to see. And that would absolutely have to be maintained with whoever we bring into this situation. Being a family of three, it sets up good groundwork for us to expand. We spend all our time with each other, so finding someone who can fit into that groove also, that's probably our biggest challenge. For anybody else that comes along in the future, there's work involved, you know what I mean? I like to think I'm prepared to add another wife into our house. I usually just try to keep myself open, so I'm hoping things go well. Hey.
Hi, baby.
That's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
You look fantastic.
Thank you. I think you look fantastic.
Wow.
My name is Danielle, and my relationship with Nick is, I would say at this point, we're dating.
I'm trying not to show that I'm nervous, can you tell?
We met through social media, and we kind of started, it started by April and I getting to know each other and just kind of, explaining what they have going on.
It's funny, you still give me butterflies.
Aw, well, baby, you too. I have never been in a polygamous relationship before. My initial reaction to polygamy when I met April was kind of shocked, almost overwhelming. I'm a pretty, fluid, open person, but I've, only been in relationships, one-on-one. So it was a lot. I was like, oh my gosh, there's 3 of you guys and 1 of me.
Hi, baby. Happy to be here with you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course.
So now, we kind of just get to connect and touch base, just you and I,
Yeah.
Just really wanted to kind of give you an idea of where it is that we are all hoping that this is going to progress. I mean, it's been nice spending some time together. I'm always concerned that this is going to be something that Danielle is doing right now, but that she might potentially grow out of.
It hasn't been long enough to really
hasn't
know.
been long enough to really know how deep her dedication or interests go. One of the biggest problems I think we have is making sure that the individuals know that we are seriously committed to each other. Some people make the misconception of thinking we have an open relationship. That's just not the case at all.
I really like you guys.
Yeah, you think so?
That's, Nashville.
That's sweet. Thank you.
Awesome, sweet, thank you.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. There's just so many aspects of being in a relationship like this. One thing that always concerns me bringing someone else in, I want to make sure that I don't ruin who we are collectively. We want to build something that we can maintain for the long run. If Danielle doesn't have that same goal, I would definitely be disappointed.
I'm pretty excited about Nick coming home. I want to see how it went already. Nick is on a date with our potential new sister wife, Danielle. It's their first one-on-one date. That's a really big deal. Finally getting to that point to where they're breaking off and being able to have that alone time means that myself and my sister wife, Jen, have developed that confidence and trust in Danielle that, we're not just having her waste, Nick's time because she's really serious about it.
I'm hopeful. I'm definitely really hopeful to see where this goes.
Because I really want it to work with her. I really do. And I think Nick really likes her a lot.
Yeah.
And I think, I think she's moving at a good pace with us. Like, the pace that she seems to want to go is the same pace that we want to go and is flowing really good,
Right.
Her personality just seems to go good with ours,
Right.
And with us being able to get along together, I think that just is going to help Nick and her even be stronger. I mean, I can only imagine after going out on a date with Nick one-on-one, it's just going to make it even more.
Seal the deal. Hello. How are you guys? Wow, you look so pretty.
How was it?
Good to see you.
I like your dress. You look cute.
Yeah, doesn't she look fantastic? Oh my goodness.
Hi, Annie.
You as well.
Hello. Nick and Danielle walk through the door, and April and I are both excited because that means that things are going smooth.
To see them both come home and be so excited and be so happy, that makes me happy, because if it didn't go well, then it wouldn't work out with Danielle being part of the family. So how did it go? How did it go?
We have been trying to be patiently waiting, eagerly anticipating.
Yeah, I think it went really good. Yeah.
First one-on-one date?
Yeah, it was nice because we never had before, so I was like, oh.
I know, that's good.
Just to kind of touch base and see where we're at with things.
Yeah, I'm excited to, get that recap.
Yeah.
Well, I figured me and Danielle might go have a little talk.
Okay.
That'd be okay?
Sounds great.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Sounds great. April and I are both excited that, Nick wanted to have Danielle spend the night with him, because that means that during the date, they had a connection. We trust Nick's judgment, and if both of them are comfortable and that's something that they want to do, we're open to that. We'll talk to you tomorrow and, hear more.
Yeah, I want to hear a lot more. A lot more. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night, baby.
We always make sure that we're in a separate bedroom, separate area of the house when Nick's doing his thing. Jen and I just will stay in the guest bedroom, give them their privacy, especially being the first night. Let them go ahead and have the whole night together.
Oh, I know.
Oh, sounds like they had a lot of fun.
They look good too.
Yeah,
they look really
they look
cute
so
together.
cute.
Hey, Danielle.
Hey, baby.
How you doing? Yeah. Would you like some juice?
Yes, please.
My first solo date with Danielle went great, and things seem to be getting pretty serious. I really enjoyed being able to spend time with you. That was a lot of fun.
Me too.
Danielle and I had sex last night after our date. This morning, April and Jennifer got up and went to work pretty early, so Danielle and I just slept in.
Eventually, Jen and I did go ahead and crawl into bed just to be able to fall asleep like we would normally. So, we spent the night like we always would, just with an extra person there.
And I'm glad we got to spend some time together and, possibly some more, hopefully.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Yeah, me too. After spending time together with our first official date, Nick and I had sex last night.
I wasn't sure if you'd be uncomfortable coming back home with me last night.
I feel very comfortable around you guys. It's
I haven't really had much time to talk to April and Jennifer about everything yet today, but I'll be interested to see how everything's sitting with them.
I think April and Jennifer are very understanding, and if anything, encouraging of it.
That's a good way to put it.
Being in a group relationship like this, it's about all of us, If one relationship was off with two partners within our relationship, it wouldn't function. I would love to touch base with April and Jennifer and see where they're at this point, see how they feel about me, and talk about how I feel about them, and
See how that all meshes and gels together.
Yeah.
How the three of you click.
We definitely prefer to initiate everything as a together type of thing and make sure that we could build all together. And so that first date when they just get to be able to go with Nick by himself and them is a very big step. It means not only do I trust them, but Nick trusts them in this type of environment, and that we're actually serious in, pursuing that next step.
When it comes to making my decisions, it's not only taking my own desires or wants into consideration. I understand that this has to be a harmonious thing. Maybe this weekend we can get back together and hang out and do some more chilling.
yeah, I would absolutely
Build a
love
little
to.
more? Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
I like you a lot, Nick. I really do.
Do you? Yeah.
I really do like you a lot.
The polygamous relationships I tried in the past that didn't work out, most of it I think was due to just the individuals not really being honest with themselves about how okay they were with this sort of arrangement. The individuals I was with thought possibly it was like a phase or something that I was passing through, that I wasn't actually as serious about living this way as I am. It's important for us to make sure we strategize about going forward with Danielle. There's just so many things we have to take into consideration to make sure we're making the right steps. My first concern is keeping this foundation secure.
Until next time.
I'll be thinking about it.
I'll be thinking about you too. Trust and believe. Have a good day, baby.
You too. Take care.
Today we're getting packed to go on a weekend staycation of sorts with Danielle, our potential sister wife.
We have the smallest house ever right now. And so we talked about it. We were like, you know, I think we should just get a nice little weekend staycation somewhere in a nice big house.
This will be just a full weekend of us to be together, be around each other. So it'll be interesting time for us to see how everyone will work together.
Danielle know we on our way?
I let her know like 5 minutes ago.
With Danielle, things are moving along pretty nice. I'm definitely in love with Danielle. I'm a sucker for love, so I'm looking to fall in love as much and as often as I can.
I think it would be fun to like just sit around the fire. You know, that's always fun to do, Nikki.
Fire time was always good to open up
Yeah, have a little
conversation.
fireside chat, see what comes up, yeah. What's up, Danielle? Nice to see you.
Hi, baby.
Hello.
Ready to
Yes. Yes, I am.
go? You excited? Good to see you.
I am a little nervous having this be our first weekend together, you know, away from the house, you know, not just a date.
My siblings live like, 900 something miles away. So I'm so thankful to have you guys because, I don't get that necessarily like coming home to a Sunday dinner, meeting up together or coming together for holidays and, all the time and things like that. It's one of those things that, I don't necessarily have that biological family out here.
Yes, I do anxiously talk sometimes, thoughts pour out a little bit more than they could.
To be able to have people that like genuinely care about me and want to spend time together and have those memories is like huge because I wouldn't necessarily have that if not because due to the location and my siblings living different places and things like that.
Yeah, I think we should do Sunday dinners and do like
Things
stuff
like that. No,
yeah.
I love coming over for dinner and things like that.
I can definitely tell that Danielle is nervous. I think when she gets nervous, she likes to just explain everything on what she's nervous about, and she likes to use that as a mechanism to make herself feel better. And so I just let her do her thing, and it's one of those things, we gotta learn each other's personalities, and that's just the way that she tries to, cope with her nerves. All right, we made it.
We'll take a look inside. My main concerns for this weekend are maybe Danielle has some different ideas about how this relationship works.
Oh my gosh.
Okay?
No, am I okay?
Here. Oh. Here. So I just want to make sure that we all have open communication about that, and it'll really be good to kind of have her see how it is for a full weekend together.
I want to go sit upstairs. I want to go see what it's like upstairs.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
All right.
So, as far as like the sleep situation, y'all get that, yeah?
Usually when we travel, the beds that we have when we travel barely fit Nick and
They're
Jen
only
and
like
I.
standard size beds,
Right,
so
they
we'll have to
don't-
work with that.
Yeah, we would have to work with that.
All right, so what do we want to do? How are we realistically going to do this?
I think for the first night, you and Jenny, because, you and I have spent plenty of nights alone already. I've slept more nights with Nick one-on-one than any either of these girls combined. For me to, make sure that they have that time is more important to me, especially with Danielle being so new to the situation. I think it's also good for her to have to experience not having that also. Second night, you and Danielle, Nikki should sleep in bed together. So.
That sounds perfect.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, it works out
Yeah,
nice.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect. I'm like,
It's a nice system.
First, where's the wine? Let's get that.
where are the glasses?
Good. You have to tell us all about
How it goes.
how it goes with Danielle.
I mean, and that's, hopefully she's gonna be okay with all that aspect, We like to really be kind of fluid with all that,
Yeah. I don't feel as if I have any sort of less intimacy times with Nick, which is nice. He definitely makes us all feel like we each get personal, intimate time with him.
I love you, little girl.
I love you too.
Let's have fun, yeah.
Yeah, we'll kick off the weekend.
If you do not have the right personality around you, you will go crazy. There have been people that have tried to live with us that I can't. I get too annoyed. I get too, the personalities have to mesh.
Let's do a cheers first.
Hey.
All right, well, I don't know, but some kind of doing it our way.
Cheers to your way and our way, yeah.
To our weekend.
It's sure to be a great one. So, Danielle, I'm thinking we should, play some kind of drinking, getting to know each other game. We, say something that I've never been skydiving. And if I really have been skydiving, I have to take a drink, and everyone else who's been skydiving has to take a drink.
I have one.
What?
Never have I ever have gone skinny dipping.
It's definitely me.
Never have I ever been to a strip club.
I mean, I've gone to too many bachelorette parties, so.
I almost ended up working at one,
Oh my God.
but I never went myself. Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Oh my
Should I say,
God.
never have I ever faked an orgasm?
There's a little part of me that's reluctant to answer because I'm like, oh, do I answer this? Is this a trick question?
You've had a fake one?
More than I'd like to admit.
Has it ever been with any of us?
Never, absolutely not. No. There was romantic involvements in the past. Situation might not have been going anywhere.
Had to put on a show.
Splash some lotion on her back or something.
You're so dumb.
Shut up. Shut up.
All right, so who's up next?
Okay.
All right, Danielle, you go.
Yeah. Never have I ever been legally married.
You ever been close?
No, there's not been a single relationship that I was in where was like, oh, we will get married. Yeah. And if so, it was delusion.
How did your last relationship end?
I didn't want to be with him.
How's that right? Did he do anything in particular, or did it just get to a point where you're like, I'm done with you?
I had my eyes set on someone else. I was like, I don't necessarily want to be with you.
Jump ship on him. What? Oh, wow. Oh, that's good to know.
The reveal that Danielle might be the type to run away if things get serious. We didn't know that before. And so that's something that we're definitely gonna have to keep in mind going forward with her, because if things get more serious, I don't know.
Never have I ever been jealous.
Oh my God, you're just gonna assume we're all drinking? Okay, fine, I'm gonna drink. Especially in the beginning with Nick, I would definitely have jealousy, trying to get used to going from being in a, quote, traditional monogamous kind of relationship. That's definitely something I've had to deal with. it's very easy to get jealous. There's times where when we first started dating Jen and Nick getting excited about having someone new around, it's like, are you still excited about me? Are you still excited that we're together? Are you, you know? And Nick, thankfully, he does a great job of making sure to let me know that we still have that we still have that spark, you know? But it's not, you know, always easy. It's just figuring out how you're gonna respond to it, really, because getting emotional and crying and all that, well, of course, that's gonna happen, but how do you fix it?
There's times when I find I have to address that when the three of you will be together and I'm not there, that I kind of have to walk myself back from, you know, feeling like I'm not involved with something.
Wait, with us?
Yeah, sure.
Like with us girls?
Yeah, sure, yeah. And it's not anything that I allow to take over, you know. It's something that I address and check because I understand that that's silly
I think
for me
that's
to
like
feel
fear
that
of
way.
missing out. That's normal. What about you, Jenny?
You know, different personalities, right? Like, April, you can take over a room and you're so, like, alpha all the time. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm less. But I don't necessarily need to be talking all the time. That doesn't mean anything less of myself. So, like, being comfortable, confident with yourself switches that gear.
Hearing about April and Jennifer going through jealousy and how they worked through it is huge because, you know, this is my first plural relationship. And so I have to kind of work on those inner jealousies and insecurities on a daily basis. So it's kind of nice to see how they've moved past it.
Might get myself set to turn in. So what did we decide for the sleeping arrangement for tonight?
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure there's enough room in that bed for all of us. I'm not saying you have to, but just so you know, if you all wanted to see how it would just be for you all three
well,
to
we
fit in
could.
bed.
I guess we could, as long as.
You know, no, just.
Well, because here's the thing: that crack in the middle.
I'm not trying to sleep on the butt crack. Yeah, no.
The other beds don't have any bounce back. You know what I mean? I need some bounce back on my bed. You know what I mean? So I like the little bed. Anyway.
Let's get ready to go to bed. I think that's okay. Let's get ready to go to bed. All right, come on, let's go get changed.
He said, I need a bounce back.
So far with the trip, I'm pleased. I think it's gone okay. I like to see the three of them interact with each other. Tonight, Jennifer and I will be sleeping together. I'm hoping Danielle's gonna be all right with that, and that it's not gonna cause any jealousy or anything. Thank you, my dear.
Yeah, of course. And at some point, you have to get up out of the bed during the night. It's okay. I'm probably gonna be asleep.
I'm gonna make sure you're asleep. It would be tough trying to satisfy my sex drive in a monogamous relationship. It's a lot of pressure to put on one individual. One person can only take so much.
I'm gonna change.
Actually, I have both of your pajamas.
Oh, the PJs, yes. We like to do cute matching type of things.
Wow. Wait a second.
And so we all decided to get, matching pajamas to include Danielle in that for the first time, we thought would be fun. I wanted to get the flowy pants.
Let me see. Yeah, turn around. Let me see. Turn around.
It was awesome having awesome pajamas. I thought it was super cool.
Yes.
I did kind of feel included that I was able to match with them, and, I thought it was really sweet of them to do that.
Oh, this is adorable. Look at this. Look at how wonderful this is for me. You all with these pajamas. My girls. I love you all so much.
I do get a little jealous. I'm not used to sharing my time or affection with other women. And at first, it kind of made me feel bad. Like, why don't I get all the kisses? At first, it was kind of like, it was weird, to see the man that you were just kissing, kiss another woman, and then kiss another woman, and then potentially kiss another woman. That's not necessarily one would be comfortable with. And then I kind of have to, sit back a little bit and realize, this is part of being in a plural lifestyle. And if I'm not willing and okay to accept other women getting the same affection and love and I am, is this even something that's gonna work for me?
Good night, Yanni.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Danielle. Sleep well.
Are you good? Yeah, I think we're good. Good? All right.
I'm thankful to spend the night with you, Nick.
Me too, baby.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay.
Sweet dreams. See you in the morning.
Might be nice to sit outside or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Last night, it was an eventful night. Jennifer and I, we stayed up with each other kind of late. Tonight, I'm gonna be sleeping with Danielle. Keep an eye on her for me, okay? Hey, let's go outside. Okay.
April and I will keep an eye on the side.
I can keep an eye on the salmon. Yeah, sit down. Please, yeah, have a seat. Let me just... Looks like it's doing okay. I'm sitting Danielle down to have a private conversation because I want to make sure she understands the way that we go about marriage in our situation. Having my wives marry each other as opposed to marrying me, just want to make sure that she doesn't have any unreal expectations of what's going to happen in our future. Hey, I was curious to know how you feel about how April and Jennifer are actually legally married to each other, but have taken my last name. What would you think about potentially bringing someone else in? And then you and that individual would be married to each other. You'd be okay with that?
My initial reaction was kind of shocked.
I was like, oh my gosh, why wouldn't we be married together? Why would that be an issue? It's one of those things, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily opposed to marrying another woman, like someone who else would want, would be with us. It's just so hard to think, that someone would potentially, function the way we would. And so, be able to have that happen, it's almost hard to envision because we're so particular with how we are. It's like, oh my gosh, like, is that even like, something we could come across that, I could, we could have that kind of relationship with, another woman who would, align with what we want to do.
Yeah, we're all just trying to make this happen.
Understanding that I would be married to another woman other than being married to Nick, there's going to be a little bit of, being hesitant with that because I'm not sure who that would be. And, it's kind of hard to imagine that, there'd be someone else that I would be so, in love with and, so committed to that would be able to take that position. And it's one of those things that, it's a little scary.
My decision not to marry either of them was just based around a recognition that I didn't want to create any sort of jealousy or a situation where one of them has greater standing with me than the other.
Nick and I were, talking about kind of how our dynamic is, and I just kind of wanted to know how you necessarily felt about marrying Jennifer and not, necessarily being married to Nick.
I mean, originally it was a moment to kind of say, how can we bring ourselves together in a way that solidifies our commitment to each other, since we're unable to just legally be married to everyone all together.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetie.
Maybe one day the laws will change. Maybe one day we'll be able to get legally married. Maybe
That's the goal.
that's the goal, that's the goal.
I am open to potentially adding another sister wife, but another part of me wants to make sure, the way we're going about it is particular. Everyone's interests are involved. We're going at it in a way that is cohesive because a little bit of it is out of my comfort zone. I was always doing dating singular, so to date plural now, it's what we're looking for collectively together as a whole, and that can be intimidating.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be like your favorite temperature.
Oh, we're making coffee.
Are you able to submerge? Are you able to submerge?
Once you get under
Nick does a really good job of making sure he helicopters around his love, so to speak, and making sure we all have that individualized time and attention to each one of us. But it's good for her to see right now how that goes, you know, at different moments.
Yeah, this is nice. Like, I definitely want like a gazebo set up like
Yeah,
this.
no, I like the rooftop over.
Yeah.
You said, I'm gonna have fun tonight. What's going on? So y'all got the rotation worked out, right? Y'all got the sleeping situation worked out, right?
But the sleeping situation, yes.
Okay, all right. But then as far as whatever the other rotation, then that's just gonna go how it goes, right? I don't care if y'all want to rock, paper, scissors on that. You know what I mean? However y'all want to do, figure out who's going when. You know what I'm saying?
Coin flip.
Yeah, just like coin flip. Yeah, you know, I don't care either way it goes. You know, I'm ready for that action. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so. You seem to be okay with that, though, man. What? You okay with that? Just like if at some point in the middle of the night, you feel me slip out of bed, you know what I mean? You're not gonna freak out about that, right?
No, I mean, I might be mad if you wake me up, but...
Oh, okay.
I do sometimes have concerns, you know, with our relationship and the dynamic of it, making sure that I'm able to get that time spent one-on-one individually with Nick. So if he was going to go be intimate with April or Jennifer in the same night, it might make me jealous that I don't have just him to myself. You know, it's one of those things that I'm not necessarily used to.
Because our goal is to make sure everyone's needs are met. It just makes it a lot easier, you know, since that's all something that we want. Learning that equality aspect of it, you know, like.
Equality meaning, you know, that you want for your other partners the same that you would want for yourself. That's equality, how we do it, you know what I mean?
But also learning that not everyone's wants are the same as your wants.
Yeah, it's nice. That's good for me. I like to chill like this.
Oh, perfect. We'll go in and leave you guys.
I love you, baby. Have fun. So Jen and I decided to get out of the hot tub. We're just really hot, but also we both recognize that it's extremely important for Nick and Danielle to have that one-on-one time.
I'm trying to help.
You're not helping.
I swear this is helping.
It's not helping.
It's helping to keep balance.
Yeah, so balanced.
There you go, mama.
I would like to have sex with Nick tonight, and you know, with that being said, April and Jennifer are here as well, which you would think, oh my gosh, why would these wives want their husband to be with another woman? But we need to be mature enough to put aside, you know, some things that would make others uncomfortable because we're all in a relationship together. I just want to make sure Nick and I get to hang out and have that alone time as well.
That is super hot.
Yeah, beside the list. You gotta get this one.
No, me too.
I like the way you do this.
I feel like the weekend's going very well overall, but with the way that we operate, I'm still gonna need to check in with my wives to make sure we're all on the same page and moving in the same direction.
It's nice and soft, so I like it. At this point, just gets so hot. But it's also hot.
You're just hot-bodied.
And my body's
And
hot.
I'm pretty hot-bodied, too.
So then we're just two flames and we're just in the bed on fire.
It's the last day of our trip, and being able to spend the night with Nick, it was a good night.
You know my stomach making
Yeah,
this?
we need to feed you.
I did not sleep well last night. There was not a lot of sleeping to be done. Being able to spend the night with Nick, obviously, I'm not gonna want to sleep very much.
It was not comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, squishy-wise, it was not comfortable.
Last night I had trouble sleeping in that bed. I was honestly tossing and turning all night. I came out and laid on the couch for a while.
Especially, like, not sleeping in our bed
We both had like rocky sleep, so at some point I went up to just go to the bathroom, get something to drink, and at that point Nick was up as well, so Nick and I met up for a little midnight rendezvous. Just Nick and myself in the bedroom. At the time, April was still on the couch, so
That would be weird. It would be weird. I mean, like, that would just be too weird for me. Now that, like, the sounds don't bother me, but that would be too weird for me. Like, that's where I draw the line. Like, I can't.
I don't know if they're up yet or not. Sounds like it, maybe.
No.
It would be tough trying to satisfy my sex drive in a monogamous relationship. It's a lot of pressure to put on one individual. Polygamy is good for that, because then I can make sure that I can
Yes, it is
get
good
that,
for that, actually.
get that taken care of. Hello.
Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Nikki, look. Watch. Well, you're gonna be in the middle. It's gonna be weird.
We're moving.
Hold on. Here I am. Here, come on, Danielle. You can squeeze in. You think?
Well, there's just some elevation now. You might.
Yeah, there's like a mountain. You might have to climb over. Okay, I think that's the highest leg.
I just want to see.
Hold on. I'm gonna make our legs go all the way up and our head. Wait, and our head.
Why are you doing this?
So first thing in the morning, Nick told me about being intimate with me and then being intimate with Jennifer. And that's not usual. People don't normally have multiple partners, and it's something I'm not necessarily used to, but I am willing to adapt so that there is that comfortability around our sexuality with Nick, you know, that our wants and needs are being met.
I want to get one of those wedge pillows.
Oh, okay.
You know, rather.
That's for sex, isn't it?
Nick!
The wedge pillows are for sex. They're for different
Are
sex
they?
positions. I think
I'm
so.
not gonna get one. Then
They're for
people
sex
are gonna
positions.
think I'm using it for that when it's really just because I want some elevation in my sleep.
Are you talking about like
A sex wedge.
triangles?
It's not a sex
It's
wedge.
a sex wedge. That's what it's called. I've seen it.
I'm gonna look it up online.
Oh, I bet you are.
Shut up, Nick. You know, if you want to watch TV at night in bed, you get a little ankle. It's good for your breathing. You know what I mean?
Gotta prop your back up.
Yeah,
You can sit
yeah.
there and get a good angle. No, yeah, that's so you can arch the back so that I can get at the right angle.
Multi-purpose,
Yeah, there's no-
multi-function, I guess.
Is someone gonna make me food or what? What are we gonna do?
I'll make breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Well,
we're going
we'll all
to-
make it.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
We're just gonna make some
bacon,
basic
eggs,
stuff.
Bacon, eggs,
biscuits.
and basic stuff.
Having all of my wives together in one bed is a dream come true, you know. Something that I've thought about but wasn't actually sure I'd be able to achieve. But I'm also kind of trying to keep myself grounded a little bit in the event that things don't work out in the long term.
What you reading, Nikki?
Well, something called abiogenesis.
What is that?
Well, it's about life arising spontaneously on its own through natural, undirected processes. You know, there's something called homochirality that comes into play.
I don't even know what that is. That's an interesting thing. I don't know. Overall, I would say that Danielle did really well this weekend, but there is a possibility that maybe Danielle isn't fully internalizing the magnitude of what we are asking of her. There's multiple people, there is the dynamic of possibly adding more, and I know she's extremely, extremely positive about it. My only red flag for her is that maybe she isn't fully thinking it through all the way yet.
It's one thing definitely to talk about something, and then a whole other thing to live through it too. It could be a potential red flag if she's not maybe verbalizing any current issues with anything.
Here, Danielle, come. We can, you know.
Big ass grape.
I think
I'm
they're
gonna chew. I'm gonna choke.
living the life. Well, okay. I'm just getting ready.
We're going on a hike together to talk amongst each other about taking the next step with Danielle. We want to always make sure we're on the same page. After the big weekend, this is something we definitely need to talk about.
I think it was very insightful. We were able to ask her some questions about the potential of living together and what that would look like.
It was nice to kind of hear from her. You know, I know she appreciated that time that you guys had together.
All of the decision of how our situation ends up, you know, it's some of it we kind of leave up to chance to decide, you know, just
That's
to
true.
kind of
Yeah.
let it self-determine, you know.
You know, it hasn't been that long of a period of time, but Jenny moved in with us pretty quickly as well, so, you know.
Between the three of us over the weekend, there was enough scenarios that came up that we really got to have a good idea of how well-rounded she is in adjusting to how we live. There have been women in the past who wanted to be with us but couldn't just because of how we function, you know what I mean? They couldn't get with it, and that's not a bad thing, but...
Right.
She could be wanting to do it, but right.
But we'll see if she's actually able or capable.
Right.
I made a few attempts in the past at polygamy that just for various reasons didn't work out. Most of it, I think, was due to just the individuals not really being honest with themselves about how okay they were with this sort of arrangement.
Even with where we are with her right now, I feel as if it might not necessarily be too soon.
You don't think so?
What pace we go, I mean, that should be determined on the person that we meet, you know, and
How things naturally develop,
Right,
like how
right.
with Danielle, it definitely seemed like it was a similar pace.
just very natural. Considering have Jenny come along felt like a miracle. To have Danielle come along feels like a miracle, you know? And so it's like, well, then it can happen. Then it's not impossible for someone else to be able to come along and be a good fit.
It is.
Yeah.
I feel like we are on very solid ground with Danielle. I do believe that Danielle is doing this as something permanent that she really wants, and you know, that's a real important thing. We're solid on Danielle, right? She's in her
Yeah.
spot. She got her
Yeah,
spot
absolutely.
set, and then we're all in agreement that that's what we want from her,
Yeah.
to be a part of our unit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
If Danielle was ready to move in with us right now, I'd be ready for her to move in.
I'm excited to go shopping.
I heard a rumor.
It isn't a rumor.
We have something to tell you.
What?
We're pregnant.
This one, yeah, Jennifer's expecting. We got a baby. We got a bun in the oven here.
I'm pregnant. I just took a few pregnancy tests, and we're confirmed.
So we are having a girl.
We're
Girl,
having a little girl.
And so,
more women in the family.
yes, I'm excited to be a mom to a little baby again. And I'm very excited to be able to do this with you guys. It's just like me having a baby right now too.
That's how I want you to feel.
Yeah, that's exactly how we
how it
want it.
should
We
be.
wouldn't want it any other way. What kind of cute stuff is going to be in here? Oh my gosh.
My wife's pregnant.
Awesome. Congratulations.
This is my first biological child. I'm hoping that I'm going to be someone she can be proud of and someone that will, you know, guide her the way that, you know, in the best way possible.
Oh, look at the little dollhouse.
Let's see, can we open?
Oh my God, it's so cute.
I never thought I would see myself as a mother or wanting kids or having kids or anything like that. But then coming into the situation and then the love I developed for Nick, like this is the love I want to have a baby with. I'm probably gonna have to buy these. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Oh, with the little bow. Oh, those are so
I'm gonna
sweet.
say that right now. So.
Oh.
So with Danielle, when we found out I was pregnant, we told her as soon as we could because it's going to be a huge step. And so just with wanting to, you know, make sure that she knows she's solid and that we want her to fully experience this and feel just as a mother, just as a part of this, you know, as April and myself.
Oh my God. Okay. So what do you guys?
Oh, that's precious.
There's a lot about what's taking place now that has me a little apprehensive about how Danielle is going to adjust to it. I'm not sure if where she's at in her life right now, if she's ready to make those sorts of changes and adjustments that are gonna kind of be forced upon her.
There's gonna be so much love and support for one child, and to be able to do that with you guys is really special. I'm not opposed to being a mother to a child that isn't mine.
I might not necessarily, quote unquote, get the same attention I am now with a child being around. But with that being said, I don't think that takes away from me.
Look how cute this is. Lots of emotions have come up for me right now. Having a baby and it not necessarily being the baby that I'm giving birth to. You know, at first was a little breathtaking. It was something that I had to address within myself to make sure that I didn't get jealous. But this is something that comes with the territory with polygamy, having to deal with the emotions of having another woman be pregnant with the love of your life. But I'm very excited for this baby to come. I'm very excited for all of us to be able to raise her together. Really? At the same time, I'm nervous. I don't want it to change the dynamic of how well we all get along.
From the moment Jennifer found out, you know, for me, this is, I wake up every day and I'm like, and it's something I think about. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's like the first thing on my mind every time I wake up. The prospect of being a stay-at-home dad, that's actually something I'm excited for. It's gonna be a little unusual when she's very small, I'm sure, but that's actually one of the aspects that I'm looking forward to.
And you're having a girl, you said?
We are, yeah.
Oh, are you guys friends with her?
No, this is actually our wife and our husband.
Oh, right on.
Thank you.
So all moms here. You don't need it. What do they say? It takes a village.
Right. Jen is an amazing woman, and I know that she's fully committed to this, but it feels like time is moving so fast. Like, she's already 4.5 months pregnant. She's basically halfway there, and I don't feel like I'm fully prepared yet. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a super cute store, guys. Oh, it's so cute. Well, hello.
How you guys doing? How you doing?
Good to put a face with the
Chad,
name.
yeah.
Absolutely. Nick?
Yes, sir.
Very nice to meet you.
With all the growth going on in our household, one thing we've definitely wanted to tackle is getting a bigger home. There's not enough space where we live right now, especially not with the new baby coming along and the potential of adding another sister wife.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys are looking for, what you're hoping to see today.
We're looking to expand our family. In addition to expecting a little one, we are also bringing another wife into our situation.
Future sister wife. We haven't made that official yet, but
Yeah, open to
Okay. In my 5 years of experience of doing real estate, I have never come across a family that practices polygamy. I was a bit surprised meeting the family, and they walk up and you're thinking maybe it's a literal sister, but it's actually a sister wife. So it was a bit of a shock. You guys ready to check it out?
Yes,
sir.
thank you so much.
Awesome.
Please.
oh, I like it already.
Already feels spacious.
So this house is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms.
Okay.
It's about 2,500 square feet above ground, another 1,000 square feet in the basement. And you can turn that area into more living space or more kid space.
Nice. I do want to have a big family, more sister wives, 3-4 kids. And in order to do all of this, we need a bigger house. Oh. This is cute. I mean, here's the thing. It's a little small for the master.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, hear me out. The reason why I say that is the bed that I wanted to get us, if we're all gonna be sleeping in one bed, the bed is 12 feet wide. It is a 12-foot wide bed. And I wanna make sure we have room at least to have nightstands on each side of the...
Potentially 5 people in it too.
Yeah, because down the line there could be another person.
And that's the biggest bed.
That's the biggest bed you could buy. Unless you get a custom-made bed. And a custom-made bed is, well, I mean, either way.
So we're gonna need a master with some space.
Here's my thing. Would Danielle want to have her own room?
I didn't even consider asking. I guess we haven't
Not
really...
lead us to think that right now, but you know, I think
we should
all
at least
need
give
some
her
sort
the
of personal,
give her the choice, huh?
some personal space.
So if Danielle is gonna, if we're gonna talk, you know, obviously we want Danielle to move in with us.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think it would probably be most appropriate, like I know we've been talking about maybe proposing to Danielle.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it might be better to propose before we ask her to move in. I think Danielle would be ready to move in with us. And I'm ready for her to move in with us. I think that she's at a point to where she's solid. I think Danielle's solid enough to where she could move in with us.
Yeah.
We should get her a ring.
Because we want her to feel like this is her house just as much, right? You know, being engaged, you know, and getting the house together.
It's gonna have a whole different.
It'll have a whole
And I
different
think,
feel.
you know, having that official proposal will make her
What do
feel
you-
closer to us, make her feel closer to our baby girl.
I know that might be.
I thought I was just coming to look at a house, but apparently I'm getting ready to propose to your other mom.
I love Danielle very much. I'm crazy about her. I think she's wonderful. So, the idea of making her a Davis, bringing her into the family, I'm definitely excited about it.
I guess the real question, Nick, is are you ready for this?
New baby, new wife.
New house? This is like a whole new life.
Until she says, yes, I will, and lets us, you know, place a ring on her finger or whatever, however that's gonna go. Until that actually happens, I don't wanna let myself get too overjoyed at the idea of her joining our family. We like the amount of space
The
it
amount of
has
space is good.
is about, you know, where we wanna be at.
But the master bedroom we need to have really big, and the reason why is we're gonna have a big bed that's gonna be able to accommodate all of us, so it's gonna be like a 12-foot wide bed.
Gotcha.
So, and I know I never told you that piece of information, because obviously, but so we're gonna have a custom, basically made bed that's 12 feet wide when we move into the new house.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
so the
Whatever
master,
house we live in is gonna have to be able to
Accommodate.
fit that.
I've never had a client ask for a 12-foot wide bed. I get a lot of women who ask for walk-in closets as big as the house, and I get the men who want their own man cave, but I've never had them say, hey, we want a 12-foot wide bed so that we can all sleep together. Or maybe we just put the master bed in the living room.
Right.
That makes sense. That makes
That
sense.
should have enough space for everyone. Huh?
yeah, so that's the only
But-
thing with that.
The bedroom, it's going to need to be a big enough size for a big enough bed to fit all of us. And so looking at this house might not be large enough. It's a deal breaker.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
deal
something we have to make sure we get.
I think based off what you guys are saying, I have a few more houses that I would love to show you if you guys are interested. What do you think?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yes,
that'd be great.
definitely.
Okay, let's keep the search going.
All right, awesome, thank you.
Tonight we're going to propose to Danielle, and we're going to do it in a complete surprise fashion because we don't want her to see it coming.
With the baby coming along here soon and us getting ready to move into a new home, it just seems like, you know, this is the perfect time.
Are you feeling ready, baby?
A little nervous, not so much as I thought, but
Yeah.
I'm just not sure exactly what I want to say to her, how to present it to her. I'm pretty sure she has no idea this is coming, but I think we've got a really nice setting in store for her, and I'm hoping she's going to really be moved by it. You know.
You look so nice, baby.
Likewise.
It looks really good. You look really nice.
You think this will work?
Yeah.
Sometimes I might wear a little makeup. Yeah, that's also something I know Danielle likes. I know she likes, you know, when we get a little theatrical with the dress up. I haven't quite got everything sorted out that I want to say.
You're just gonna wing it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Well, I think that's best, you know, like
Okay.
come from the heart in the moment.
Do you at least know we're gonna stick with the plan of you'll say Danielle, and then we'll say, will you marry us all together? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do things collectively, so it's not going to just be her marrying me. So for me to just ask that question on my own would not be reflective, or sufficient of what she's actually going to be doing. She's not just making a commitment to myself. She's also making a commitment to April and Jennifer as well.
I did tell her that we're just picking her up to go for a walk downtown. That's all she knows. I am super excited to propose to Danielle, honestly. I can't believe that we've gotten to this point, but I think Danielle is ready, and I'm just excited to see her so happy. You guys ready?
All right.
I'm ready. All right.
Let's do this.
All right.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi, Danielle. All right, we have
great.
You look wonderful.
Tonight we're going downtown. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing. I would say this date feels different from every other date just because this has been planned kind of by April, Nick, and Jennifer. I'm not really sure what the night entails of, and typically, we discuss it, like, hey, this is what we're doing tonight. So I have a feeling it's going to be something special.
Let's check out what's in here.
We've decided to propose to Danielle at the Denver Clock Tower. It's iconic here in the city, and so I think it'll be a really nice place to propose.
Oh my gosh.
So beautiful. Have a seat. It's all set up all nice here.
This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. So we walk into this room and it's all beautifully set up. There's rose petals everywhere, and there's a table and champagne and everything set up, and the clock tower is like absolutely breathtaking.
This big clock here just brings to mind a thought about time. The experience of time is subjective, meaning that it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
It's unique. So is love. We all get to experience love in our own unique way. I'm honored to have you all joining me in creating our own version of what love is within that, okay?
Yeah.
It's been very nice getting to know you, like we have, Danielle.
Thank you.
It's been wonderful.
Yeah, it has been.
Well, Danielle, will you marry us?
Will you marry us?
Oh my.
Wait, really? Yes, baby.
Is
Well, is that a yes?
Put the ring on her finger.
Oh, wow, okay. Ooh, not the big, not the big.
We like to do birthstones for our rings. So we decided to get her a ring. That's her birthstone, blue sapphire.
We want to be with you forever, Danielle.
Oh my god. Wow, okay. Oh, I love you guys so much. I'm really happy, but also at the same time, I'm like beyond shocked. I really had no clue. It's like, wow, this is really happening now. I feel so honored that they spent, all this time arranging this and making all this happening for me, and that just goes to show, how significant our love is.
We've known for a while in our hearts that we wanted to propose to you, Danielle. It's just we wanted to plan it and make it be perfect. Yeah, we'll go move into the new house as a family.
Baby and
We want you to feel like just as secure, like you're just as in this as we all are. So we want you to know that, okay?
I love you guys so much. And that confirmation just means the world to me because it's scary when you love someone so much. It's so scary. I mean, it's such a vulnerable feeling, and I don't think I've really ever felt so truly loved by other people. And it just means a lot to me, you guys. I just love you very much. So
We love you too, Dad. We definitely do.
Tonight went amazing.
Tonight is an extremely emotional night for me and for all of us. It's solidifying something that we all felt in our hearts, and now we finally get to do in reality.
This moment here, at this point now that I have 3 sister wives, it's beautiful. I mean, this is exactly what I've always wanted.
Oh, it looks so nice, all our birthstones together. The Davises.
So how have you been doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Lots going on.
You got a new job.
New job's going good. How is yours?
Crazy, but good.
Crazy. Today I'm hanging out with my friend Ariel. She's my old coworker. We have stayed in touch, and she's been a really great friend of mine out here. So I want to kind of just to have a heart-to-heart, spend time together as friends, and I would like to have her input on my wedding as well.
I know you've been super busy.
Yeah, it's been a long couple weeks, but good things are happening.
So, the wedding, are you excited?
Yes, I'm super excited.
I personally don't know a lot about the Davises. They are in a poly relationship. They have known Danielle for a little bit. It doesn't feel like a very long time. And that's about the gist of what I understand and know from their relationship.
Well, cheers.
Married or
Right.
commitment or whatever you want to call it.
Cheers to a good year. Lots of
Yes.
love, lots of laughs.
Let's try it. That's actually way better.
Yeah, that's
than I thought
better
it
than
was
I
gonna be.
expected.
I know this is gonna sound bleak, but are you sure you want to be with one man and share him for the rest of your life? Are you ready for that?
So when we all live together, it's gonna be a lot more inclusive, but when we all do sleep in the same bed, I am kind of curious to see how that will work.
So when you say sleep in the same bed, you mean like all of you are in like a king size bed?
Oh yeah, like we will have to get a custom built bed.
Hearing that they all sleep in the same bed is very surprising to hear that for me. It's definitely like different. I don't think I could.
So the thing is, I thought the same thing, but I wouldn't want it to be, oh, Nick sleeps with me this night, and you know, like that kind of scheduled, like it's not very inclusive.
Are you guys going to have separate areas for like intimacy, or how does that work? Same area?
Yeah. We will definitely have other quarters to have sex in, because obviously there's gonna be some nights where like someone's gonna want to have sex. Well, I'm just trying to go to bed. You know what I mean?
So would you just be like, oh hey, we're gonna go on to the other room now?
Yeah, like Nick's not running out of energy to go about it.
And it's not, there's like no jealousy behind it? You don't ever feel...
Well, there will be moments of jealousy, moments I have to like step back and like reevaluate and be like, okay, Danielle, this is how you're feeling, this is how it really is, let's move on this way.
I don't know. To each their own, and it's very personal and to you guys, but I don't think I could ever do that. It just seems very unconventional. I think the whole situation's very unconventional. Being in a relationship is totally different than being with however many more people are involved, whether that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to come.
Yeah.
I'm worried that this is like a fast, like, are we sure? Are we good? Okay, yeah, we're good. And then after it's like, oh wait, I wasn't sure.
We're set up good.
Is there a limit? Do you guys have a limit?
Oh yeah. Like there would not be more than another 2 women in our relationship.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
yeah, and I know it, and that's crazy. And it's like,
can I really get along with all these other women? And I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I can. I love women and I love Nick. And so with all of our incomes and all of us coming together and all of our knowledge, we can do so much more than an average household. And it's not just all about the money. Nick doesn't work. He doesn't bring $1 into this relationship.
Danielle's telling me that Nick doesn't work, and I feel uncomfortable about it. I feel like it's weird to have 4 people in a house and one of them just completely not work, especially the male of the house. I feel like it's weird. There's 3 women, especially a pregnant woman, who are all working. Is he bettering himself by staying at home, or is he just sitting on his butt all day?
No. Nick spends a lot of his time reading, writing. He is so knowledgeable of math and science and different aspects of life, and eventually he'll be able to share that knowledge with our kids all day.
You still don't feel like he would need to do something, I guess you could say, productive?
Ariel is kind of grilling me right now. Those questions about Nick's employment, it can kind of be hard to answer because I can get a little defensive because I don't want him to be seen in some negative, lazy light when it's not that at all. For Nick to be able to live his life comfortably and we're able to provide for him like he provides for us, I don't want it to get it mixed up. Like, well, why don't you women stay home? Well, we don't want to stay home. I want Nick to be able to wake up and be able to read and to be able to write and to be able to spend time talking to his brother and to be able to spend time doing nothing.
I do think Danielle is being manipulated. It's a very interesting way of seeing someone, thinking that they are too smart to work. I feel like even the smartest people in the world have had some type of job. I am concerned that you say you're ready and you say you know exactly what you're getting into, but you don't.
That's definitely a totally valid perspective because, I mean, this all has been super fast. And, you know, there's times I'm nervous. Like, I'm scared. I'm like, my life is serious right now, but would I want it any other way? Like, no.
To each their own. I mean, I would personally never do it. I am worried about Danielle getting her heart broken and feeling pushed back to the side or pushed to the back burner because someone else joins, someone else is more cared for or loved for or has more of a sexual intimacy with Nick or any of the people in the group. I do feel that Danielle is going into this too fast.
Some traditional elements to the ceremony. We have our nieces as flower girls going down the aisles. We're gonna definitely do first dance with Nick and Danielle.
Traditional and non-traditional.
Traditional, right, kind of marry the two.
Hello, are you done?
Hi.
Oh
Yes,
my
I am.
God, you look so good. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. I feel really good about today. I thought I was gonna be nervous, but honestly, I'm not. Danielle is so different than anybody that we've ever dated before, and for so many reasons. She honestly and genuinely really does care about all of us. I'm most looking forward to hearing Nick and the girls say their vows. I'm a big crybaby, so I know I'm just gonna cry. This is gonna be too intense.
Danielle, so how are you feeling?
Like, I love you guys so much, and it's just like, it's so special that we have this day together, and I'm just like, I can't believe we're finally doing this together. Normally I would be like scared shitless right now, but since we're doing it together, I'm like, you know what, it'll be okay. I couldn't do this without you guys, you know, obviously it's crazy.
That like exactly hits like a note in my heart, like for sure. It feels good to bring Danielle into our family. Danielle is just the perfect fit
Getting to this moment to where we're all actually coming down the aisle together is absolutely wonderful, and we're so excited. You know, I just wanted to just hug her, and you know, it's just perfect.
Okay, all right, ladies. I think it is time. Dress time to get our dresses.
I've been looking forward to this moment.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, go.
I am 7 months pregnant. Nick wanted, and I think it's a beautiful idea for us to showcase our baby.
You look really nice.
I'm like absolutely like, you're breathtaking.
Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. You look
Ah,
so nice.
both of you combined, I'm like, We wanted to have the women's dresses similar in color, but definitely unique and different to each one of us to kind of symbolize, you know, we're here with the same commitment together, but there's something unique about us that we bring to it.
How does that feel?
Is that secure?
That feels good, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh my
wow.
God, I love it.
Oh, wow.
I can't wait for Nick to see it.
You ready?
Okay, ladies, are we ready for this? Yeah? All right, don't be nervous. Let's just have fun. I just want us to have fun.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Oh, you too, baby.
We'll just step with the music, like, you know.
I feel super excited. My heart is beating fast. I'm nervous. This is really happening. I'm really happy.
Oh, thank you.
After you.
Our officiant for our commitment ceremony, her name is Kandaka. She's an advisor of ours. We actually went to school together when we were younger, and she's been helping us to maintain our orientation in terms of each other and our relationship and the goals that we set and stuff like that.
I definitely have family that are not attending. They seen Jen and I got legally married, and we did it announcing us as a unit all together. Ever since then, I've had particular family just completely not talk to me, so I didn't even bother inviting them. But at least I had my sister here with me and my niece, and honestly, Nick's family has become my family also. It's like having all of my family here, even though it's all his.
I know the world will say, what is going on here? Love is going on here today. And thinking outside the box when it comes to love, yes? Yeah. Yes? All right, let's do this.
You guys mean everything to me. Danielle, you are the most caring, sincere heart I've ever known. You really are our Care Bear. You take care of us so good. Jenny, I'm so excited for our daughter to get here. And I really, really love you so much. And this wouldn't be the way it is without you. Nikki. My sweet Nicholas. We are not who we would be without you. With you, we are stronger. I love you guys so much.
The people here with me today have completely changed my life. Nick, you make us feel absolutely beautiful in every way. Nick does it better than anyone ever could with one person, let alone multiple women. He deserves rounds of applause. Being one of the ladies that gets to love you for the rest of my life. I mean, you know, I just want to bow to you, and I can't right now. You're the king of our hearts, and I love you so much. I vow to take care of you guys until we're old and gray. I love you guys.
And I've just been up here crying the entire time. I honestly didn't ever think I could be this happy. I didn't think happiness like this really existed until I found a love like this. I almost don't have words because it's like, is this really my life? Do I really get to be this happy with these people I love the most? And, you know, you kind of grow up and kind of have this image of love and what it's supposed to be and, you know, your life. And then you stumble upon something so unconventional, something so untraditional. I wouldn't want it any other way. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else than where I am right now with my favorite people. Ugly cry, don't mind me.
Wow. I mean, what more is there for me to say after all? I mean, it's just you all are so beautiful, and I love you all for your selflessness coming together to create this wonderful life. You know, I'm living a dream. There's no doubt about it, and the way that you all help me to be the best Nick that I can is something that I can never thank you enough for. I mean, together we will always be on the right path.
So Nick, April, Jennifer, Danielle, do you take each other to have, to hold, to honor, to respect, to love, and to always cherish?
Always
and always.
You may now, my brother, kiss your wives, your brides, your queens, your goddesses.
Having 3 wives, knowing that we've all solidified our union and brought it together like we have, it's just unbelievable. Just feel like I'm just living a dream come true. Things I never knew I could wish for that I'm being given and granted. It's just, I just love it, everything about it.
So now I present to you Mr. and Mrs. and Mrs. and Mrs.